Season 2, Episode 9, The Street Vendor. Ravioli asks for the card. Three scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor were supposed to go to the famous dark matter conference, but they missed the flight and ended up on the other side of the world. We are at the airport. The four are sitting at the airport thinking about their next move, but Ravioli is hungry. Ravioli, please, Papaia, let me use the card. Papaia, why do I always have to pay? Why don't you use yours? Ravioli, well, actually, I'm saving up to buy that famous pizza dough mixer from the infomercial. Banani, but the chocolate is cheap. It hardly makes a difference. Ravioli, ugh, fine. I'll go there and withdraw some cash. Banani, maybe considering past experiences, it's better to use the card directly at the machine. Banani is referring to that time when Ravioli, just to buy a chocolate from a vending machine, got Papaia's card cloned by withdrawing money from an ATM tampered with by hackers. Igor, considering past experiences, it's probably better to stay where we are and wait for the rescuers to find us. Assuming they have the courage to come near. The vendor, three scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor were supposed to go to the famous dark matter conference, but they missed the flight and ended up on the other side of the world. Ravioli wants to buy some chocolate from the vending machine. We're at the airport. Ravioli is still talking when in front of them a man appears, holding a basket. He's a street vendor. Vendor, good evening, friends. Check out this delicious handmade chocolate. I've got all the flavors for you. Dark milk, hazelnut, with coffee, with cherries, and much more. I also have a special offer just for today. Buy 2 and pay for 3. Banani, excuse me, but you made a mistake. You meant to say, buy 3 and pay for 2. Vendor, no, I didn't make a mistake. It's because I only have 1 pack left. Ravioli, let me see that. Now I'm getting hungry. How much is it? Ravioli starts haggling with the vendor. Banani, excuse me, Ravioli, but if I may give you some advice, this looks like the exact same chocolate they sell in the vending machine. Ravioli, hypnotized by his hunger. How can I refuse this offer? Banani, it's the same chocolate, but it costs 3 times as much. Too late, Ravioli has already bought the chocolate. Well, Banani. Look, Ravioli, I'm your friend, listen to me. Why did you let him take a photo of your card? I recommend you block it immediately. But Ravioli is lost in the world of chocolate. Igor, explanation and cause are practically the same thing. Yet, I'm not sure if there's an explanation for Ravioli's compulsive obsession with chocolate. This chocolate here, for example, is like the money in Ravioli's account. Sweet for a moment, but destined to disappear soon. Just like when the vendor uses his card to empty his account. The vendor is a hacker. 3 scientists. Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor are supposed to attend the famous dark matter conference. However, they board the wrong flight and end up on the other side of the world. Ravioli, in a hunger crisis, buys some chocolate from a shady street vendor and lets him take a picture of his card. The vendor exits the airport and gets into a van waiting right outside. Inside, his partner Jack is waiting. Jack, this time it was way too easy, right, Sam? Sam Vendor, did you see my idea? Jack, genius, pretending to be a vendor instead of hacking that ATM. How did you come up with it? Sam, you know, I was just about to install the card cloning device, but then I saw that idiot. Jack, that guy from last time. Didn't we already clone one of his cards? Sam, yeah, the same guy. So desperate to eat that second-rate chocolate that he didn't even pay the slightest attention. Jack, oh yeah, that was an easy and profitable job. Sam, especially when they lied to customer service to unblock the card, claiming it hadn't been cloned. Jack, what a bunch of losers. We took a ton of money from them. The two laugh. Sam, when I saw the fat guy walk by, I thought, why bother? I dropped everything, put a few coins in the vending machine, and you saw the rest. Jack, I wish everyone were as dumb as those four. Our lives would be so much easier. Sam, you said it, Jack. Jack, the weird thing is, how did we end up running into them here in Australia? Sam, wait a second. What if they were sent by someone to trap us? Maybe they're undercover secret agents. Jack, Leland the madman? Sam, I was just about to say that. The third point. 3 scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, were supposed to go to the famous dark matter conference, but they missed the flight and ended up on the other side of the world. During the flight, Banani finds a very interesting book. We are at the airport where Ravioli and Banani are talking about the book. Ravioli, you said the third point states that the universe must have a cause too. Banani, yes, this is a consequence of the first 2 points. Since everything that begins must also have a cause, the universe which begins to exist must also have a cause. Ravioli, yes, but if the universe didn't exist, how could something have caused it to exist? Banani, that's a good puzzle. If everything that exists is part of the universe, then when the universe didn't exist, there was nothing else. Ravioli, unless the universe just popped out of nowhere without a cause. Banani, yes, but that's not possible, as we just saw. Ravioli, keep reading, see what the book says. Igor, we missed the conference. This is the simple consequence of the first 100 mistakes. And the last one, which was following you. Why did I do it? A real puzzle. Season 2, Episode 10, Disastrous Chocolate. Ravioli steps away. 3 scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor were supposed to go to the famous dark matter conference, but they missed the flight and ended up on the other side of the world. We're at the airport where Ravioli and Banani are talking about the book. Banani, this book seems really interesting. Have you ever wondered what the cause of the universe is? Papaia, 2 months ago I would have answered, I don't know. Today I can't rule out a supernatural cause, like a creator. Ravioli, don't distract Papaia. We need to find a place to stay for the night. Papaia returns to consulting the app on his phone. Ravioli, I'm going to the bathroom for a moment. Banani, but you just went 10 minutes ago. Ravioli walks away embarrassed, trying to look serious to justify yet another bathroom visit. Igor, red alert, bitter chocolate problems incoming. The food court. 3 scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor were supposed to go to the famous dark matter conference, but they missed the flight and ended up on the other side of the world. Upon arriving at the airport, Ravioli separates from the group under the pretext of going to the bathroom. We're at the airport where Ravioli is walking away from the group. Ravioli, finally, some time for myself. Instead of going in the right direction, he follows the sign, Food Court, which hangs from the ceiling, featuring the icon of a huge, steaming coffee cup. Ravioli, I'm starving. I couldn't take it anymore. This is why I hate traveling. You always end up starving. Hopefully there's something good and cheap here. If there's one thing I hate more than flying, it's paying an arm and a leg for food at the airport. Arriving at the food court among the various stands, he spots a small booth with a girl handing out something. Girl, good evening. Would you like to try some samples of our chocolate, which we're giving away for free? Ravioli, samples? Free? Chocolate? Girl, yes, exactly. What do you think? Ravioli, miss, you just said 3 magic words. Ravioli grabs the samples, devouring them instantly. Ravioli, can I have some more to try? Girl, sure, did you like them? Try these hazelnut ones. Ravioli, grabbing more than one piece. Yes, I want to try them all. Milk, hazelnut, dark. Do you have any with caramel? Girl, well, yes, but they're just samples. Ravioli, already with his mouth full. Don't worry, I'm just doing a little in-depth test. Manager, sir, why don't we dive a little deeper into the price list as well? Besides the chocolate, I'd like to have you taste the bill. The free samples. 3 scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor were supposed to go to the famous dark matter conference, but they missed the flight and ended up on the other side of the world. Upon arriving at the airport, Ravioli separates from the group under the pretext of going to the bathroom and heads to the food court where he finds a booth offering free chocolate samples. We're at the airport's food court where Ravioli, after dangerously emptying the tray of free samples, approaches the booth again with a casual air, trying to grab another piece. However, the booth's manager steps in front of him. Manager, I'm sorry, sir, but we have a rule. 1 or 2 samples per person. Ravioli, innocently. But I just came back to check the taste. You know, my friends want to buy some. Yeah, manager. Then why don't you call them over? They can try it too. Ravioli. Fine, I got it. I'll leave. Ravioli, rejected and visibly annoyed, walks away from the booth. Manager. And remember, sir, to do the most important check. The one on your wallet. Ravioli in disguise. 3 scientists. Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor were supposed to attend the famous dark matter conference, but missed their flight and ended up on the other side of the world. Upon arriving at the airport, Ravioli separates from the group under the pretext of going to the bathroom and heads to the food court, where he's kicked out of a booth offering free chocolate samples. We are in the airport's food court where Ravioli is determined to get more free chocolate samples. Ravioli. Oh no, those chocolates are irresistible. They stopped me at the peak of my success, even asking me to pay. What nonsense! I need to come up with an idea. There must be another way to get that chocolate for free. Ravioli looks around and spots a passenger sitting at a table. Ravioli. Look at that guy. He's got a raincoat and sunglasses. I could use those to disguise myself and pass as someone else. Ravioli stays on the sidelines, watching the unsuspecting passenger's moves. Ravioli. Here's my chance. He's getting up to pay the bill. Ravioli moves quickly and discreetly, grabbing the sunglasses from the table and the raincoat from the chair. The passenger returns to the table and looks around, surprised to notice his belongings are missing. Passenger. Hey, what happened to my stuff that was here? Did someone steal it? Meanwhile, Ravioli has put on the raincoat and sunglasses and, with his collar turned up in a deliberately distinguished walk, heads back toward the booth. Announcement. Passengers are kindly asked not to leave their luggage or personal belongings unattended, as they may be confiscated and destroyed by security staff. Passenger. Oh no, then it must have been them who took my things. The passenger heads toward one of the security officers. Manager. Raincoat, sunglasses, and maybe the invisible man? No, wait, it's just the usual freeloader, whose only invisible trait is his payments. Considering that belly sticking out. Ravioli runs off with the chocolate. 3 scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, were supposed to attend the famous dark matter conference, but missed their flight and ended up on the other side of the world. At the airport, Ravioli finds a booth offering free chocolate samples, but he takes too many and the manager kicks him out. So he borrows a raincoat and sunglasses from an unsuspecting passenger and disguises himself to pretend to be someone else. Ravioli, now disguised, has reached the booth and is asking for more chocolate. Ravioli, in a deep, strange voice, "Good evening, miss. May I try some samples?" Girl, visibly annoyed. "Really, sir? And again, you?" Are you mocking me? Do you think I don't recognize you? Ravioli, pretending. No, miss, what are you talking about? I'm not Ravioli. Manager, listen. If you want to eat more chocolate, you have to pay for it, or else you need to leave. Ravioli. Hey, this is a public place. Manager, don't make me call security. Meanwhile, the passenger is arriving, escorted by a security officer. Passenger. There he is. He's the one who stole my things. Caught red-handed, Ravioli quickly grabs a handful of chocolate and bolts like lightning. Manager, stop him! He's stealing the free samples. Ravioli tosses the raincoat and sunglasses aside, slowing down the owner, who continues to chase him through the airport, shouting at the top of his lungs. Ravioli weaves through the gates, zigzagging between passengers, until both the security guard and the passenger tire out and give up. Igor has been watching the whole scene from a distance. Igor, who would have thought? Ravioli, who only sweats climbing a flight of stairs, manages to run faster than an Olympic athlete. As long as there's chocolate on the line. Papaia books the hotel. 3 scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor were supposed to attend the famous dark matter conference, but missed their flight and ended up on the other side of the world. We're at the airport where Papaia and Banani are solving the accommodation issue in the meantime. Banani, where's Ravioli? Do you think he got lost in the airport? Papaia, here we go. I found a great 5-star hotel for us. After all, we deserve it. Now, I'll click here. Ravioli arrives running. Ravioli. Guys, unbelievable. They're offering free samples of a new brand of chocolate. Ravioli, walking quickly and blinded by excitement, bumps into Papaia just as he's finishing the booking. Papaia. Ugh, Ravioli, can you watch where you're going? Look, you almost made me click the wrong thing. Ravioli. Oops, sorry. Igor. Papaia really thinks he'll be sleeping in a 5-star hotel tonight. With our luck, we'd better print a resume. At best, they'll hire us as cleaning staff. Banani's puzzle. 3 scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor were supposed to attend the famous dark matter conference, but missed their flight and ended up on the other side of the world. During the flight, Banani finds a very interesting book. We're at the airport where Ravioli and Banani are discussing the book. Banani, about that puzzle we were talking about earlier. Ravioli, the one about the cause of the universe. Banani, yes, the 4th point gives us the answer. Ravioli, oh, right, read it again. What does it say? Banani, if the universe has a cause, then there exists a personal, uncaused creator of the universe who, without the universe, is without beginning, immutable, immaterial, without time, without space, and immensely powerful. Ravioli, sounds like someone speaking in Arabic to me. Banani, it's not as hard as it sounds. If our assumption is that only material reality exists, then without the universe, there's nothing left. Ravioli, but we've already said this is impossible because nothing can cause something. Banani, exactly. So there must be something else beyond physical reality. Ravioli, you mean a spiritual reality? Banani, call it whatever you want, but there must be a reality separate from the material one, from which the universe comes. Ravioli, the cause of the universe. Banani, a cause that, as the 4th point says, exists without the universe, meaning without space, without time, without energy, and without matter. Ravioli, but what must this cause be like? Banani, it must be timeless because it exists without time, immaterial because it exists without matter. It shouldn't occupy space because it exists without space. Ravioli, and it can't be made of energy because it exists without energy. Banani, and not least, it shouldn't have another cause to explain it. Ravioli, how can something not have a cause? Banani, It's hard to imagine because we're used to seeing everything with its own cause. But according to this reasoning, this cause represents the starting point and the cause of everything else. Ravioli. I don't know. It seems like I solved one puzzle with another puzzle. Igor. Trying to find a cause for the universe without a creator is like trying to imagine a trip with Papaia without mistakes. If you take them out, there's nothing left.